To mix it, move it, make it, here we go. B-A-M-B-I-N-O. Bambino. Let's go, Bambino.
Ooh. 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 Welcome, Bambinos! I'm sure you've been ambassadors of Christ since the last week episode. I hope you guys have learned something from that episode. But welcome to this week's episode. You know, I had a busy week and I'm gonna tell you all about it today. But for now, let's see if you guys can guess what the theme for this week is.
The clap card.
Ooh, what is that big orange thing?
Okay, come on. You know it's not an orange, it's a vegetable.
Okay, what are you gonna do with that?
It's a pumpkin.
What are you gonna do with the pumpkin?
I mean, you know what to do with a pumpkin, right? We carve a face into the pumpkin.
You do?
We do!
We do?
We do!
We do?
One eternity later.
I've got a plan, Bambinos.
Phyllis, could you be any more dramatic?
I've got a plan.
Well, what is it then?
Well, Bambinos, instead of carving faces, we can carve crosses because it represents Jesus as the resurrection. Can we do that?
That's so clever.
Right?
Because
And someone called me dramatic.
no. I have a better plan. But I'll tell you at the end.
Let's begin.
So, to carve this pumpkin, we need a pumpkin.
Check.
We also need a knife, a bowl, some spoons, and a responsible adult.
Check.
Well,
Check.
kind of responsible.
And check.
Firstly, you have to get your marker and you have to draw a small circle on the top of the pumpkin, okay? So I'll just do that right now.
Well, while she's drawing a circle, I'm gonna tell you a little story about Halloween. As many of you know, most of the people at this time, they celebrate a festival called Halloween. But as Christians, most important as Catholics, we do not celebrate Halloween. Before this festival was called Halloween, it used to be called All Hallows Eve. That's where the word Halloween came from. Okay, repeat it with me, Bambinos. All Hallows Eve.
As you can see, I've already drawn the circle on top of the pumpkin, and I've gone ahead and used Phyllis's idea and drawn a cross. I don't know if you can see that. I've drawn a cross on the side of the pumpkin. But I was thinking, should we draw more than one cross?
Yes, I think it would be perfect just having maybe 3 crosses. What about that?
Okay, I promise to draw some more on if you can tell us more about Halloween.
Okay, Bambinos, do you want to hear more about Halloween?
I sure do.
Well, remember, you forgot something, Bambinos. It's not called Halloween. It's called
Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve. So, I'll tell you all about All Hallows Eve. Not Halloween, remember? All Hallows Eve. Back in the time of Pope Gregory III, All Hallows Eve, it was the day before All Saints' Day. And they used this day to celebrate the souls of all the people who died in the church, all the martyrs without any date given to celebrate the feast for, all those souls who died for Christ. And this day is used to remember all of them. So how did they celebrate this day? In the day before All Saints' Day, they would go to door and knocking and singing a song. So Bambinos, before I can continue telling you about All Hallows Eve, I'm gonna sing you a song.
Wait. Before she sings you a song, I've got to show you what I've done.
Ooh.
So, I've drawn the crosses, and now, while the responsible adult sings you a song, I'm going to cut out the crown and attempt to cut this out.
So an apple too. If you don't have one, a pair will do.
Hey.
What?
You left the poor pumpkin out.
Okay, Bambinos, I'm gonna try it again for her and the pumpkin. A so apple too. If you don't have one, a pumpkin will do. 1 for Peter, 2 for, and 3 for the one who made us so. Bambinos, did you enjoy that?
While you guys were singing, the head came off.
Ooh, my song helped, didn't it?
It really did. Why don't you tell us more about All Hallows Eve while I take out all the seeds inside the pumpkin?
Okay, Bambinos. So remember, I just sang to you a song, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why they would go door to door. So you all know that during Halloween, we do trick or treat. But back in the day, they never used to do trick or treat. They'll do something called, it's an English tradition, where they go door to door, knocking and singing the soul song. And when they get to the doors, they'll ask for a soul cake. So basically, when they get this cake, in return, they'll pray for the souls of the people departed from that household. So that's what we are supposed to do as Christians. Not trick-or-treating and asking for sweets, but we are going to send prayers to each household. I hope all of you Bambinos tonight, when you go out, you're going to give a blessing to each and every house you're going to. And you're going to ask for that household what the names of all the people from that family who are departed, and tell them that you're going to pray for all the souls. Is that right, Bambinos?
That's so good. Look at all the
Ooh, you know, Bambinos, we have so many saints, and every single seed she's taking out there, it can represent each saint we know by name, and all those saints we do not know their names. Like I explained in the beginning, there are many souls who died for the church, who gave up their life for Christ. And as she taking out all these seeds, let each seed represent every single soul that we lost for Christ.
Gosh, Phyllis, have a look in here. There are so many seeds.
Yes, Joan, every seed you're picking out of there, it presents every single saint that died for Christ. These people, they all dying serving the Lord. So, Bambinos, we're going to play a small game. Let's see who knows most of the saints. I'm going to try and guess 10 saints. Okay, are you ready? I have Saint Therese of Avila,
1,
Saint Therese of Lisieux,
2,
Saint Charles Luanga,
3,
Saint Don Bosco,
4,
Saint Padre Pio,
5,
Saint Maria Faustina Kowalska,
6,
Saint John Paul II,
7,
Saint Peter,
8,
Saint Paul's,
9,
Saint Joan of Arc.
10.
Yay!
And I finished.
Wow, Bambinos, you named your 10 saints and she finished carving the pumpkin at the same time. So, what is the next step with the pumpkin, Joan?
Okay, so next I want to carve out those crosses and finish them off. So I'm going to continue. Remember to ask an adult to do this.
Yes, it's safer to ask your mommy and your daddy to help you with this.
I finished scooping out all the remains from the inside of the pumpkin.
Wow.
So the next step, I'm going to cut along the outline of each cross and come back to you.
Bambinos, I wonder where John is. I've been talking to myself for... How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, look what I've done.
Ooh, that looks amazing, John.
Right? So now you can see there are 3 crosses. So I told you I had an idea at the start. So what we're going to do is we're going to light it up because Jesus is the light of the world. So we have some lights over here. Do you want to help me put them inside the pumpkin?
Yes, I sure can.
And we're just going to plop them in there. And you see, in the dark, it will light up. And you can put this on your doorstep and you spread the love of God to all your neighbors that pass by. Cool.
Wow. Doesn't that look amazing? Bambino, remember I told you the crosses represent Jesus because he's the resurrection. So he's bringing out light to all those saints who have died. So we are praying for all of them. So I have a plan, Joan.
Go on.
We can use this pumpkin to put all of our intercession.
I have some intercession prayers that I wrote earlier.
You did? Okay, Bambinos, we're going to use this pumpkin here to put all of our intercession prayers. I hope we all have a pen and a paper. You can write your intercession to each saint. And then when you finish, like what Joe did, put all your prayers in there. Okay, Bambinos. So remember, I said you can write intercession to any saints you've written down. I'm going to tell you some quotes from my favorite saints. The first one from Saint Catherine of Siena. She said, "If we are all what we are called to be, we will set this world on fire." Saint Augustine said, "Faith is to believe what you do not see. The reward of faith is to see what you believe." Saint Mother Teresa said, "Let us always meet each other with smile, for the smile is the beginning of love." Saint John Paul II said, "Freedom consists not in doing what we like, but in having the right to do what we ought to."
Praise the Lord, my dear Bambinos. How are you today? How are you today? How are you today? How are you today? I hope you're doing good, my lovely Bambinos. In the Holy Bible, in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11, it says, "Take no part in the fruitless works of darkness. Rather, expose them." My lovely Bambinos, you just heard what I read now from the Bible in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. It says, "Do not take part in this fruitless works of the evil one," or darkness. You know, evil is darkness. Evil is bad. Evil is whatever is the worst thing, evil is that. So do not take part in them, but rather expose them. So today, I'm going to expose this Halloween. I'm going to tell you some points why we should not partake or be involved in this Halloween or anything to do with that. So I'm going to give you some points. Listen to me. Number 1, Halloween is pagan. It is evil. It is not at all Catholic. Number 2, Halloween glorifies Satan. So if you partake in Halloween, if you celebrate Halloween with your friends, your family, or anyone, you're glorifying Satan. You're glorifying that loser. Never ever take part in this Halloween. Number 3, Halloween makes Satan happy. And that means, in our previous episodes, my dear Bambinos, we said that we have a good angel and a bad angel. So now, if you celebrate this Halloween, the bad angel will be more powerful than the good angel. So be careful, okay? Be careful. Number 4, we are children of light. All the Christians and all the people of the world, we are children of light. Jesus is light. Jesus doesn't like darkness. Darkness is of the evil. So when we celebrate this Halloween or we take part in this Halloween, we become children of darkness. So always remember, we are children of light, and all the people who celebrate Halloween, we have to pray for them because they are in darkness. Number 5, when you go for this trick or treating, you go to collect chocolates from other people. And when you eat chocolates, your teeth become, all germs come in your teeth and your teeth get spoiled and you get diabetes. So make sure you take care of your teeth and don't go for this trick or treating and eat those chocolates because it's bad for your health. Number 6, Jesus would never ever celebrate this thing. So if our Jesus, if our God doesn't celebrate this thing, has never ever spoke about this thing, has never taken part in any of this kind of activities, then why should we, his followers, his children, be a part of this act of darkness? Number 7, and the last point, Jesus was always a winner. And when he died on the cross to save you and me, he destroyed this loser Satan. Halloween is so uncool, man. Like, why would you dress up like a ghost or a scary witch or something that is evil? You think that it looks good? No. When you dress up as evil as a ghost or a witch, you look so uncool, man. Like, that's so bad. You have to remember one thing. When Jesus died on the cross, he won the battle against this evil one. And that day, this evil one became the loser of all losers. So you have to remember one thing and only one thing. When you take part in this Halloween, all this kind of events, you are being on the team of a loser. Be a part of the team of Jesus. And you will always be a winner.
Put on the full armor of God. I stay strong against the evil one. I put on the full armor of God, the full armor of God. I put on the full armor of God. I stay strong against the evil one. I put on the full armor of God, the full armor of God. First thing first, you gotta build the truth. Put on the boots, I gotta tell the good news. The armor of God and the shield of faith. I got my sword and my helmet, now it's time to pray. Put on the full armor of God. I stay strong against the evil one. I put on the full armor of God, the full armor of God. I put on the full armor of God. I stay strong against the evil one. I put on the full armor of God, the full armor of God. First thing first, you gotta build the truth. Put on the boots, I gotta tell the good news. The armor of God and the shield of faith. got my sword and my helmet, now it's time to pray. Now in faith we can stand against every evil plan. Now it's time to be strong. He has won. Now in faith we can stand against every evil plan. Now it's time to be strong. He has won. I put on the full armor of God. I stay strong against the evil one. I put on the full armor of God, the full armor of God.
Also, my dear lovely Bambinos, if you want some more information on why this Halloween is not to be celebrated, why it is bad, why it is against our Christian culture, or what is the history of this thing, you can go and check out Father Joseph Edatu's talk on our Divine UK page. The name of the talk is Should Christians Celebrate Halloween? ? So check it out if you want to know why Halloween is bad.
Hello Bambinos, welcome back to Craft. Today we're gonna make a special basket, and in this basket I have named this basket Saints to Learn. Okay, and as you know, we are having All Saints Day on Sunday. Yeah, I have so much papers in here. In each paper I have written one saint's name, so I have around 50 of this, and it is my goal to learn about 50 saints till the next Saints Day. How is that for an idea? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll make two baskets just like this, and one of the basket I'll name it Saints to Learn, and then in the other basket I will write Saints Learned. So once I learn about saints, so say like this one says Saint Peter. So once I learn a bit about Saint Peter and I'm happy with how much knowledge I have about him, I will put this paper in my other basket which says Saints Learned. So whenever I have a free time in this year, I'm going to learn about 50 saints, and hopefully I'll go through all of them till next year. So to make the basket you need two colored paper, so it doesn't matter which color you use. So in here I have a red paper and a yellow paper. Okay, so I'm going to use the red paper as a base. So I'm going to take the scissors and I'm going to draw a circle. So if you have a compass at home, it'll be easier to draw a circle. So I'm going to use the scissors and I'm going to go over it. And then I'm going to cut the circle. Okay, so I got the circle now. Okay, so the next thing I want is I need another red paper, and then I'm gonna take the ruler and then divide it. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna do a line just like that, so that, and now I'm going to cut each one out.
So I need to stick these all around the circle, okay? So I can either use a glue or a glue gun, okay? So if you don't have a glue gun, doesn't matter, you can use a normal glue. So I don't want the paper this long, so I can cut a bit out. Look at that. So I have stuck all the papers in. Now it looks almost like this. Now what I need to do is fold it upwards, okay? There you are. Okay. So it almost looks like this. Okay. So I do the same. So now I need the yellow strip. So again, it's 2 centimeters apart. Okay. So what I need to do with that is make a circle like this. So what I do is use a glue or a glue stick, and then you put some of it at the end, and then you fold it like this. So now you have like a circle. So that's what you do. So these are some of the circle I made earlier. So what I do is I put it in here. So if one goes in like this, you miss the other one, okay? And then you add the other one in. And again, you miss the other one, you put the other one in. So you go round and round just like that. Okay, now it's ready to add the second ring. Again, you do the same thing, okay? So that's 2 rings now. So let's add the third ring. So this is the last ring, okay? So I'm only going to introduce 4 rings. You can do 5 or 6, so that would make the basket a bit more longer. Okay, so these are some extras, okay? So I can take the scissors and cut it off. So I'm just gonna do a quick inspection to see if everything is in the order I want it to be. That's in, that's out, in, that's out. Okay. So it's all ready now, okay? So now what I need to do is what's sticking out. So I just need to fold it so it looks nice and tidy, okay? So I'm going to tuck that in. So I'm going to use the glue gun again. Stick that in. Okay, so that's all done now. So we have the basket. So all now I need is like a handle. So I'm gonna go for a red handle. There you are. So that's your basket ready. See, it looks so beautiful, right? So now what I can do, I can maybe, like this one, I have added the name Saints to Learn. So I'm going to name this Saints that I have learned, okay? There you are. So that's your basket ready. So I had a great time making it, Bambinos. I hope you had such great fun, okay? So I'll see you next time. Bye.
So, Bambinos, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And I hope we all understand the importance of Halloween. Oh, I caught some of you. You said Halloween and you agreed to it. No, remember, it's not Halloween. As Christians, we do not celebrate Halloween, but we celebrate what? Louder? All Hallows Eve. Well done, Bambinos. You remembered. Make sure you remind every single person you meet today and say Happy All Hallows Eve. And when they ask you what is Happy All Hallows Eve, you tell them about what we've spoken about today in this episode. So, remember, we need to pray for all the departed souls in our own families. Speaking of departed souls, there's a saint, one of my favorite saints, Saint Gertrude. She did a beautiful prayer for all the departed souls in our own families as well as all over the world. So I'm going to teach you. Please repeat after me, Bambinos, the prayer of Saint Gertrude. So, Bambinos, I'm going to teach you a prayer from one of my all-time favorite saints, Saint Gertrude. The prayer of Saint Gertrude. Eternal Father, I offer thee the most precious blood of thy divine Son, Jesus, in union with the masses said throughout the world today, for all the holy souls in purgatory, for sinners everywhere, for sinners in the universal church, those in my own home and within my family. Amen. Did you get that? Do you want to repeat it one more time with me? But this time we're going to say it a little bit quicker. Eternal Father, I offer thee the most precious blood of thy divine Son, Jesus, in union with the masses saved throughout the world today, for all the holy souls in purgatory, for sinners everywhere, for sinners in the universal church, those in my own home and within my family. Amen. So we need to do this prayer as often as we can for all the departed souls in our own families. And remember, Bambinos, if someone says Happy Halloween today, we are going to respond saying what? All Hallows Eve. Well done, Bambinos. So, Bambinos, our challenges today, it was by John. We carved this pumpkin, remember, and we put crosses there. Remember, for Halloween, we do not do scary faces because we celebrate All Hallows Eve. And on All Hallows Eve, we're celebrating those who are with Christ, who have departed. So we put the crosses to represent the resurrection of Christ. And another challenge which was done by Christy. So I know some of you do not have pumpkins. You can also use a watermelon. Just do like how John did it. Carve the top and scoop out everything inside and put your crosses and the lights and then put your saints and your intercession prayers in them. Another challenge which we have today, Bambinos, you've been so lucky today. You had 2 challenges. And this challenge was done by Christy. And she did 1 basket for saints to learn, because as you all know, all saints, it represents many and many saints. So if you don't know some of the saints, like I mentioned some of the saints when I said my 10 saints. So if you don't know some of them, research them, find out about them. So all the saints you need to learn, you can put them in this first basket. And then in our second basket, you can put all the saints you know and all the saints you've learned. And in the pumpkin, there we have our intercession prayers. So I hope you all have a happy All Hallows Eve and a happy All Saints Day.
Put on the full armor of God. I stay strong against the evil one. I put on the full armor of God, the full armor of God. I put on the full armor of God. I stay strong against the evil one. I put on the full armor of God, the full armor of God. First thing first, you gotta build the truth. Put on the boots.
You do?
We do!
We do?
We do!
I've got a plan.
Okay. Hello, Bambinos. Welcome back to craft.
Do you know anybody? Basil? No. But it's so much fun. I'm scraping it like my life depends on it.
And I'm running out of words, like my life depends on it. Anyway.
Okay. Stop at the beginning.
Okay. Ta-da! Here I am.
Hey, you ready? Yeah. To see it? Yeah. To hear it? To mix it, move it, make it, here we go! B-A-M-B-I-N-O Bambino! Let's go, Bambino!